Hello, and thank you for joining us for our live stream presentation, which we are also recording as a YouTube video. And at this time, we come together to celebrate our love for Gaia, Mother Earth, and also to prepare ourselves for the influx of the cosmic Christ ray that will empower our heart be free. But first, I would like to share with you the theme that we have for this session, because each night from now until December 21st, we have a theme. And this night's theme, or this morning's theme, is the gift of life, God's gift, gifts for our delight. But let us just come and let us just embrace who we are as a beloved of the Supreme. Many, I know, are apprehensive about 2012. In fact, not so long ago, within the last hour, I've been busy preparing a flyer to send to our database, and it came to me quite forcibly that many are in denial of this major event, even though it has been predicted by the ancients and the prophets. Why are so many in denial? Is it fear? Could it be that they don't know what people are talking about? Could it be that what I'm sharing is double Dutch or a foreign language? Or could it be that they haven't got a clue and would like help? Well, the purpose of recording this session, which is the 14th live recording, to prepare you to embrace your heart. And your heart is your teacher. Your heart only knows truth. And your heart speaks of love. So let us just come now to this place. Let us come and let us call on the company of heaven. Let us call on the guardians of the earth, the nature spirits, the tree devas, the elementals, the spirits of the four winds. We have so much to learn from our forefathers, don't we? Especially the Native American Indians, the shamans, the Celts, the Druids. They had a reverence for the earth. And today, sadly, our lack of reverence has resulted in such a strong negative impact upon our environment, because we are releasing so much negativity. We only have to look at Syria, the Middle East, and the recent Hurricane Sandy, and the devastation it has caused to so many good lives. But I guess there's a plus in this, because it's a wake-up call. And we all need a wake-up call. I need a wake-up call regularly, because human nature being what it is, we become complacent. And that's when we start making mistakes. So I guess this evening is more of a reawakening and a reconnection to what is sacred. But first, I would like to just light a candle, a simple offering of love. And as I light this candle, I would like to dedicate what I'm doing now over the next 30 minutes as an offering of my love to Mother Earth, to Gaia, to the nature spirits, to the tree devas and elementals, to the ascended masters, our great spiritual teachers, to the company of heaven, the messengers of love. Let us come. And let us use the gift of free will to ignite that love. For there is no greater love than to be in the presence of love. And as we sit quietly, let us call on the messengers of God. Let us now invite, invoke, and ask them to come into our sacred space. Let's not be frightened of them, for they are messengers of love, and they come to us with a clear intent of reaching out to us. So as we close our eyes, let us just be mindful of where we are and what we're doing right now. Let us be still in the silence of our sacred space, and let us give thanks. To give thanks for all that we have received this day, for the air that we've breathed into our lungs, for the water that we've used to wash ourselves and to drink from, for the food that we have eaten, for the rays of sunlight, for our family and friends and pets. Let us give thanks. I would like us now to focus on our in-breath. Just take a nice, deep, non-labored breath. Now hold it and relax. And as you relax, be mindful that you are a child of God, not dogma, not religion, not fear, but a child of love. An emissary of light, of hope, and of peace. So we call on the Christ, we call on Magdalena, who are preparing us now to welcome this influx of light into our life. And with or without our support, on the 21st of December 2012, the galaxy, the Milky Way, the whole intergalactic federation, mankind, universe, animal kingdom, plant world, we are each going to experience an amazing shift of consciousness. Oh yes, we are. And how do I know that? Because in prayer, in silence, in stillness, my heart is made aware to prepare. And as you can see behind me, the blue lights in the shape of a heart flashing, I guess you could call that the mystical heart of God. It is calling us back to our ancient roots. It's calling us back to our inner child, and it's welcoming us. It's welcoming us. So let us feel safe, and let us hear what the cosmic Christ has to say to us. And as I said earlier, at the beginning of the recording, the theme for this session, God's gifts, our delight. Let this be our principle, that the use of God's gifts is not wrongly directed when it is referred to that end to which the author himself created and destined them for us, since he created them for our good, not for our ruin. That's so important. They were created for our good and not for our destruction. Accordingly, no one will hold to a straighter path than he who diligently looks to this end. Now, if we ponder to what end God created food, we shall find that he meant not only to provide for necessity, but also for delight and good cheer. Thus, the purpose of clothing, apart from necessity, was comeliness and decency. In grasses, trees, and fruits, apart from their various uses, there is beauty of appearance and pleasantness. Pleasantness of odor that draws our senses. In Genesis 2 verse 9 we read, "For if this were not true, the prophet would have not reckoned them among the benefits of God." That wine gladdens the heart of man, that oil makes his face shine, as mentioned in Psalm 104 verse 15. Scriptures would not have reminded us repeatedly in commending his kindness, that he gave all such things to men, and the natural qualities themselves of things demonstrate sufficiently to what end and extent you and I may enjoy them. Has the Lord clothed the flowers with the great beauty that greets our eyes, the sweetness of smell that is wafted upon the nostril? And yet will it be unlawful for our eyes to be affected by that beauty? Or our sense of smell by the sweetness of that odor? What? Did he not so distinguish colors as to make some more lovelier than others? What? Did he not endow gold and silver, ivory and marble with a loveliness that renders them more precious than any other metals or stones? Did he not, in short, render many things attractive to us, apart from their necessary use? So the gifts that God has created are gifts that are shared with us lovingly. The gifts of music, the gifts of the beautiful vista when you stand on the mountaintop and look down and you see the beauty of creation, and there you see a loveliness, a sacredness that releases a blessing to our hearts. Can you not see the joy that comes to us when we are willing to go in trust? Can you not see and feel the love of Gaia as she nurtures us, nurses us, caresses us? Let us come to this place and let us ask of Gaia, what does she understand by the gifts of beauty? What does she understand by 2012? And don't be surprised when she tells you that she's already prepared and that the universal flow of love has empowered her and the animal kingdom to begin their ascension. Maybe that's one of the reasons why there's so much turbulence in the world, because mankind has switched off his heart. He's closed down to truth, and he's not willing to compromise. So Gaia is calling the children of God to prepare for an event that has been predicted many, many thousands of years ago. And we only have to look around us and see the state of our world today. There are places where you don't even recognize humanity because there is so much evil and tension, cheating, dishonesty, a lack of respect. And there's a core ingredient to all of this, I think, which is greed. Man is not happy unless he owns everything. Man isn't happy with a simple place to live. Oh no, it's got to have all singing, all swinging, whatever. But Jesus said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul? And many sadly are doing that today through deliberate lying. And many of us who live an ordinary life, we have been cheated by our politicians who have been dishonest and found out but denied it, by God's representatives in various religious families who won't stand up for the marginalized, where a complacency has come in and a rottenness has been exposed, where there's been untold sexual abuse, abuse of power and privilege, where clerics are more interested in keeping face and upholding the good name of the institution rather than meeting their wrongdoing face on. What a travesty of events we have as we come to this big event. What gifts can we bring to the cosmic Christ at the celebration at the end of the Piscean era of 2000 years reign? What do we have to offer? Well, there are good people on this earth, and they are preparing through diligently keeping the hour, through prayer and meditation, sacrifice even. Well, let us now come to this table. Let us come and sit with the cosmic Christ, and let us ask of him to share with us what it is we now need to hear. Let's put aside what everybody else is saying about 2012. And from what I've heard from various sections, it's all about gloom and doom. It's not. Yes, it's a different life, a different world that we know because it will be a world of love and peace and joy, and where all will be equal. But is that expecting too much? Let's ask the Master. I shall dim the lights and let us come. Come as we are, as the beloved of God, regardless of who we are and what we are. We are loved. And that's all that matters. And if we are willing to come out of our comfort zone, if we are willing to put aside our doctrinal issues and our grievances against the New Age movement, and they against us, put aside all the indifferences and apathy, let's put aside everything. Let's come and sit now at this table. And in the center of this table, you will find a lighted candle, a simple white candle, to represent the presence of the I Am. And as you and I sit around this table, we are aware that there are 2 empty places. But not anymore. The door has just opened and the prize has come in with Magdalena, and they sit and they observe and they listen to their heart. And there's a sense that we must be really still. And we can feel our heart thumping and pounding in our chest. And the Christ says, be still. Be still. And know that I am God. Know that I am with you. Just know that I will never leave you. And all of a sudden, the atmosphere in the room changes. There's a calm. And there's a fragrance of beautiful rose and jasmine. And it's wafting right past our nose. And it's allowing us be relaxed. And we are mindful that in this room our spiritual teachers have joined us. And that gives us a great sense of comfort. The Lord Buddha has come with Vishnu, Ganesh and Krishna, Francis of Assisi, Sri Chinmoy, Mia Baba, Gandhi, Paramahanda Yogananda, Rumi, the ancient prophets and prophetesses, Lady Nada, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, Mother Mary, Gaia, Isis, Lord Merlin, Lord Katumi, Lord Saint-Germain. They're all here. And there's a silence and a stillness, and it's electric. But in our heart we are asking ourselves, why is it important to prepare? And suddenly out of the Mass of Christ comes a simple explanation. And he begins to speak to us. And he asks us to be still and listen with our heart, not with our head. And we hear words that we've heard before. I came that you may have life and have it to the full. I came that you might have life and have it to the full. Have you got that life? Have you found that life? Have you nourished it, nurtured it, treasured it? If not, why not? How do you respond? How do you respond to the Master? You can't. But then you become aware of his hands crossing the table to touch your hands and grab hold of them and say, I know you are afraid. You live in a world where there is so much going on right now, where you've got 2 powerful forces of light and dark, yin and yang, love and light, positive and negative, seeking to overthrow the other. Be still and relax in my presence. I am in control of the world. And I will triumph over every adversity. I will reign supreme, as I promised 2,000 years ago when I said I would return. And those of you who have already surrendered to my heart, you've already become Christed, a part of me. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all else will be given unto you. Excuse me, that is the message. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness. In other words, seek ye first justice and truth, love, loyalty, peace, honor, integrity. And come into your place of silence and seek me when you close your door, so that no one will know what you're doing with me and my Father in secret. Powerful words. And the cosmic Christ has not just come to save the saved. He's come for you and me, who struggle each day, who find it hard to trust God's representatives because of all the shambolic scandals that are coming up. But we trust the Christ. We trust in His love. And His love is true. So let us now allow Him take hold of our hands and gently bathe us with His healing light and love. And suddenly we sense raindrops of love flowing down over our head. Petals from heaven, rose petals, are being sprinkled all over us. And there is a great sense of peace now. We can sense Magdalena, for she is here too. And she's empowering us to make sure that there is balance in our life. A balance of the masculine and feminine energies. And she places her hands on our shoulder. And we hear her say to us, trust. Trust, all will be well. And the Christ now places His hand on our heart, and He says to us, be still and know that I am God. And whatever you ask of me, I will do for you. For you are my beloved. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. For they who seek will find. And if we carry on trusting, the Christ will not forsake us. But we feel His grip in our hand. We feel the tenderness and the love. And now He takes His exit from us, assuring us that He will return, that He will come back. But He will come back in glory, and the angels of heaven will announce His coming, as they are doing now, inviting you and me to prepare, by getting rid of all our baggage. And if there are areas in our life where we feel no self-worth, we must face that and be healed. So let us now just close by saying, may the blessings of God enrich our hearts. May the peace of God fulfill us in what we say and do. But may the love of the cosmic Christ now empower us to take back our power to a place of preparedness so that we are ready to receive the influx of love. Thank you for joining me for this short recording, and I look forward to your company again. May God reward you. Namaste.